To the world, the street 919fm.com.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, doctor injured, wife killed in vehicular accident. Shots fired at vehicle at Val Park Shopping Center. Drugs found hidden inside TNT's popular cookbook, and internationally, China faces fresh wave of COVID infections, prompting lockdown across the country. And now the news in detail. A medical doctor is currently hospitalized at the Mount Hope Hospital following an accident that claimed the life of his wife on Friday morning. The incident occurred at around 4:30 a.m. near the Chaguanas flyover. Dr. Alan Richard Lala was driving north along the Uriah Butler Highway with his wife Nadia Lala when the vehicle veered off the roadway and flipped onto its hood, landing in an empty lot. The woman, who was the front seat passenger, died at the scene. First responders found a Glock pistol with no serial number in the car. The Lalas lived at Point Pleasant Park in Cunupia. Gunmen opened fire on a parked car at Val Park Shopping Plaza yesterday afternoon. According to reports, a 65-year-old man went to a bank on the compound where he took out $5,000 in cash. He then returned to a silver Toyota Corolla and placed the money under the seat of the car. He then went away to conduct other business when he heard several loud explosions a short while later and observed a commotion near his car. 3 spent 9mm shells were found on the ground, and the driver's window was broken into. The money was missing. No one was injured in the incident. A 40-year-old man is warded at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex following a shooting in QRAP yesterday afternoon. The victim told police he was at his mini-mart located along Ramguli Street when 2 masked men entered the building. They announced a hold-up and tied up the victim. They then ransacked the mini-mart and stole $5,000 in cash. However, before the bandits left, one of them turned around and shot at the victim. He was struck to the right hand and torso. The suspects then fled the scene. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers seized a package with a hardcover high school cookbook with cocaine hidden inside. Officials said several of the recipes in the multicultural cuisine of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean cookbook were cut out to make room for a rectangular packet of cocaine weighing 147.6 grams. Officers at an express consignment hub in Memphis, Tennessee made the discovery on February 17th. The shipment originated in Trinidad and Tobago and was being sent to an address in the Little Caribbean neighborhood of New York City. Linda's bakery owner Peter George says the bakery will hold its hand on raising prices on its items. He said so amid the rising cost of food and other commodities. After 6 weeks of talks with stakeholders, George said they were able to devise a plan that included arrangements with senior management, directors, landlords, vendors, and suppliers working together to do what is necessary to maintain bread prices in the public interest. Internationally, cinemas, theaters, and museums have closed in downtown Shanghai, and tickets have been refunded. The vast city's school system announced late Friday that it would switch to online learning. And across China, more than 100 neighborhoods have been labeled medium risk or high risk COVID zones with frequent mandatory testing and partial or complete lockdowns. After 2 years of posting one of the world's most successful track records in managing the coronavirus, China suddenly faces a wave of cases. The country's National Health Commission said Friday that 1,100 new cases had been detected nationwide the day before. 3/5 of the cases this week are in people with no symptoms, a pattern that Chinese officials attribute to the country's high vaccination rate and to extensive testing that is uncovering infections in people who appear healthy. Most of China's new cases have been in cities that attribute their compare outbreaks to the Omicron variant. Tiny pockets of the Delta variant are also still occurring along China's borders. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, recapping the headlines. Doctor injured wife killed in vehicular accident. Shots fired at vehicle at Val Park Shopping Center. Drugs found hidden inside TNT's popular cookbook. And internationally, China faces fresh wave of COVID infections, prompting lockdowns across the country. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. Enjoy your weekend as well. I am Vanessa Thomas. Miss Aisha Wells, she's up next.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
Oh no. Yeah. She's worth much more than money. It's not double M. This girl so full of sweetness. Yeah, me feel so me lucky. Me lucky. Give me sugar when the morning come. Baby, push it back on me, love. When you want it, yeah. Hey. No shame in your game. The love tight like hand in glove. Oh no.